Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Buffalo Brotherhood. Mike's a little bit hot. There we go. This is Fishing Planet. This is an update video, big update video. I'm always excited when they do big updates to the game. Still not a full release. We're at 0.0. No, excuse me. Strike that. 0.8.0. So the first update of the next generation, I guess, is it's now point 0.8. A little bit disappointed right away. And I'll explain why. We were expecting night fishing, leading to boats. We looked at a Q&A about a couple months ago, and the timeline just seemed to work out right that we were going to get night fishing. It didn't work out that way. I've got the patch notes up on the other screen, but I'm going to jump into Texas again. Those who's been following along with the channel for the previous 50 episodes will know that we'll notice that we're up to $5,000, which is definitely helpful, considering that's a $25,000 swing, considering our previous economic issues. So we're gonna bump her up right here to about 2, get to the heat of the day, and we'll start talking about what's going on. I hope everybody's having a great day. Sorry I didn't release a Friday video, but I knew the update was out, so I wanted to do an update video, and I just got to work in here. And, it ended up being right here on Saturday for it to come out. So we bumped it up a little bit. We're going to tilt it to get rid of that. There we go. We're going to come out here. Bright and sunny day. Game looks good. Not much in the way of graphic improvements yet, but we're going to talk about the biggest change of the game right now. The thing that what they're touting to be the biggest part of 0.8.0, and that's this right here. I hold the Z key, and this menu interfaces, and allows me to switch quickly between baits. Now the rod still gets put away and comes back out. But I don't have to click out, go to the inventory screen, and come back. I will say that it is a good change, and I'm going to say great change. It is a good change, a change that I think was needed, an interface change which I think will be really helpful when you're just really switching between things between the fly. We're going to cast out while I talk about this, and then I'll talk about the other big change, because basically it's just a bit of a UI overhaul that needed to be done. I'm just not quite sure it needed to be like its own version patch, 0.8.0. I don't know. I hate to jump to conclusions, and I don't know the work honestly that went into it, so I can't tell you. Maybe everything had to be redone, rescripted, rewrote. It doesn't say that in the patch notes, and I didn't really get the sense. Now, that fish animation that you saw back there right along my line, that's also one of the things that could have been changed during this patch, or was changed according to the patch notes. They've remodeled a couple different things, such as fish jumps in the middle of the day, which I do like the fact that they're quantifying things like during the day. Let me try to find it on the patch notes. New model and animation of fish jumping on the water during the daytime, which means that the nighttime patch or the nighttime stuff is being separated or sort of specialized out. So the nighttime patch is going to be much different, or the nighttime jump would look different than what the daytime jump looks like, which means we're getting closer to nighttime fishing as a thing. I was hoping to catch a fish. I wanted to catch a fish. Because I will talk about real quick. These are some of the miscellaneous changes here. Some bugs fixed. Quanchin Lake and St. Croix and was it Cane Creek have all been optimized to run a little bit smoother with the graphical improvements that are being rolled out. Sounds added, some more sounds, more bird calls and stuff. I haven't heard anything yet. I didn't get it. I haven't heard anything yet. Everything I've heard so far seems pretty normal. But they also changed the lobby music, but I don't play that because it always gets content ID. So I haven't listened to that either. But some models and textures of the fish were fixed. These are all just, again, some miscellaneous changes. There we go. There we go. And some of the faces were changed. Some of the 3D faces. Maybe we'll run over and look at somebody real quick. Man, he's running right to me. I like that shine. It does seem like there's something different. Just the quality of the fish, maybe a little bit. Okay, let's go over and let's look at this guy's face, and then I'll show you the other UI issue. Yeah. Maybe we need to look at, I mean, the eyes blinking is something, right? It's hard for me to say what it looked like before. I don't remember off the top of my head. But if you do, and now you just saw the new one, you can tell me in the comments down below what I missed on that. But, oh, I didn't show you the other thing. So you press the Z key to change the bait, and you're going to press the Q key to change the rod. Now, I have a little bit of a problem with that, and you'll see when I pull it up, because the rods are already set on hotkeys. They're already set on hotkeys, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, you might be able to do like 25 rods in the future, so that maybe that's what they were thinking about. But when you go fishing and you're setting yourself up, I mean, there's only so many different sets that you can do, and now that you can change the bait so quickly, it's not like you're going to have a bunch of different rods with different colored spoons on them just to jump in, switch rods quickly. But you're typically going to be changing between 2 or 3 rigs, depending on what you're trying to catch. And just pressing 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5, depending on which rod you're trying to get to, was enough. But there was a fish. Did you see how it sort of like hopped completely out of the water and sort of laid sideways? I wonder if that's what they're talking about, because I haven't seen that before. But so Z changes the bait, Q changes the rods over on the other side, and I can switch between my rods to get to them. So let's go over here. Let's drop this in. Let's drop this in the lily pads. We're gonna bring it up pretty shallow. We'll put it right there. Now, I'm still using bully grasshoppers from St. Patrick's Day. We could talk about the latest challenge. I will in just a second, but we're going to put a rod tip down, and then when something takes it, we're going to be able to set the hook real good. Because it's actually kind of hard to see. They have updated the models of when a predatory fish strikes a float rig versus a non-predatory fish. I'm not sure. I'm putting this in real life context, like how that would change in real life. Like if a catfish goes by and just sucks it up, it goes straight down, and it's gone. Bluegill and stuff, they typically play with it, nibble on a little bit, and then you get 2 or 3 of them around it, and one of them gets afraid that it's going to lose it, so it grabs it. So you might get some nibbles before it strikes, and then a bass typically will just hit pretty hard on a float rig. Because they pretty much hit hard on everything. Let's bring it this way. Come on, I'm gonna move down the dock here. Try to pull it closer to the weeds. There we go. Apparently my rod is like 40 feet long. Oh, we got some ripples on it. We're going to give it a second here. I have a really big hook on it for Texas. I just probably isn't the one I should be using, but I haven't changed it since the peacock bass. Oh. I got greedy. Okay, I can press Z and change my bait. So I go to maggots or bread or whatever. I can't change my hook in this interface, which makes sense. You probably shouldn't. What size hook do I have on this one? Number 8. That's not bad. Let's try this. we'll catch something on this one, I guarantee it. Small hook. Dough balls. I didn't check the leader length, but it is sitting straight up, so we should be okay. So really, that's it. I don't have anything else to say. We'll talk about the competition in just a second, but that's 0.8.0. The fish you just saw jumping behind my bobber there, and the UI changes. We'll take a look at the store. We'll take a look at the travel screen. I didn't even really check because there was nothing in the patch notes about balancing out any sort of the payment stuff, which is one of the things I said was really important to the enjoyment of the game. Sort of fixing the economy a little bit. Changing it so you can catch spotted bass in Texas every day helps, but that just turns it into a grind. Come on, give me a little fish. But the fact there was no actual sort of like, I mean, 0.7.0, we got people in the game. We got 3D modeled people in the game, which was huge. Not to mention some balance issues were addressed, and migratory sort of patterns of fish were supposedly sort of added, or fish migrating, moving around was added. See, I didn't see any difference there in the strike, but it was just a shiner, so maybe that's why. So just jump back. Just use one. It's just faster to press one than it is to hit the Q button and do rods that way. But I don't know. Maybe you find it useful. Maybe those of you that are new to the game that didn't learn which slots your rods are in, or you don't have a system for sort of your rod slots, then I totally understand. I totally get that. I'm gonna catch this guy. Catch this guy real quick. Oh, good. We got a little fight to him. All right, flipped him up here. All right, okay. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the store real quick. Shop. And this is the Texas shop, so this is going to help us with licenses. Look about, well, they are the same. Florida Basic was 2,000. Let's see what Florida Advanced is, if it's still the 4K. Yep, still the 4K. So none of the license prices seem to be changed, unless it's what they mean by the St. Croix Kankakee Creek. Why can I not say that? I don't know. And Quanchen Lake, but Quanchkin Lake. But honestly, I've never fished at those places before, so I don't have any idea how that works, or if that works that way. They are having another fishing contest. I gotta move my screen over here. They're going to do a Chargers Open, similar to the largemouth bass competition they had in April. This is going to be so like your trout family. I think is what that means. I'm sure that's what it means. It's your trout family of fish. So all your big hot trout places are what's going to count towards it. That could adjust my. It doesn't start till the 16th, so it's not going to start till I think Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Because today's yeah. So maybe that might change our plans a little bit. We were going to go to I think Carolina, because we haven't been there since the first time we went there. I thought it'd be a good time, but we do have a license to go to Colorado, and maybe it'd be a good idea to go back to Colorado. Yeah. Maybe it would be nice to go back to Colorado, but that's not how it works. Qualifiers in Alaska, the SEC qualifier 2 is in Michigan. and then you've got the two final rounds are in Canada on the 20th and the 21st. So I'm going to read the description real quick here, just so it says that the target fish is chars. Deadline's the dates are the 17th through the 21st. Registration begins on the 16th. The merry month of May, with spring in full bloom and summer closing in, rechargers will take part in the unforgettable Char Chargers Open, the sporting fisherman tournament, of all about catching as many fish pertaining to the char genus, which means all your favorite kinds of trout. Head to the North America's top trout fishing destinations, from the cold and beautiful banks of Alaska to the breathtaking Michigan and the snowy Canadian White Moose Lake. It's an exciting event that will have you competing with fellow anglers in 2 preliminary qualifiers, as well as a semifinal and a final round to settle the dispute who the char champion once and for all. Now, it comes with a DLC pack that you can grab if you want to, which I believe... I know you guys are looking at a blank screen, and I apologize for that, but let's jump to the Chargers pack real quick. Some crankbaits, some small spinners, some jig heads, some lines, some like newts. So like the plastic worms with their newts. 2 spinning reels, 2 rods, a rod case, a jacket, and 3 spoons. It also comes with 7 days of premium, and then 20 bait coin and 40,000 credits, and 7 days of advanced license to Alberta, California, and Alaska. So if you're interested in doing the Char Chargers contest, you probably want to buy this, just so that you have the option to have the credit, the 40,000 credit to get to where you're going, and then the licenses are taken care of. And you know you're going to be fishing for 4 days, so 7 days of premium is definitely going to help. I think it's going for... I looked at the price before, but... I looked at the price before, but I'm not seeing it now. DLC, there it is. It's not on their DLC list yet. Fishing Planet. Here we go. Wow. They have a Pro Angler Sport Bundle for $17. Doesn't look too bad. All right, sorry, I'm distracted here. Let's find it. Let's find the price for that, because I think it's $20, but I don't want to say it if it's not true. So let's go back here and then click here and patch notes. Go back to the patch notes. Oh, I'm bringing up something else. 404 not found. That's great. That's great. Okay, there it is. It was right on the page. $12. So $12.74. If you're going to invest, that's a really good investment when it comes to what you're getting for your money and so forth. I haven't decided whether or not I'm doing it or not. Maybe you guys can let me know whether that'd be a good idea. I mean, obviously it's going to get a lot. I could see $12 to get us started. I'm not a big fan of the economy right now, and I'm going to actually be out of town during most of the tournament, so I can't really participate in the tournament. So I think I'm going to have to pass this one up. But I am looking forward to whatever they do in June. It's on my short list of goals. Oh, I didn't set the hook. That's my fault. It's on my short list of goals is to hit the one in June, whatever it is, because we'll be out of school at that point, and hopefully we'll be back from vacation, and I can sort of make sure that I wedge it into my schedule at that point. So looking forward to it. That's it, guys. That's it. That's all the patch notes. I don't think I missed anything. There were some optimization issues and some fixing some localization bugs, but for the most part, that's it. That's 0.8.0. I've not even, at this point that I'm recording the video, which is early Saturday, there's not a lot of feedback out yet on it, so I can't really tell you how people feel about it, but I'm sort of blah on the whole issue. You guys have to let me know. I still like the game. I'm still playing it. I was just kind of sad that we didn't get the changes that I was looking forward to getting, because I really thought there was some potential there to get some good change, to get some forward momentum here. 0.8 could have been releasing that night fishing, changing the economy just a little bit. And I'm not saying the economy needs super changed. I do understand the need for these games to be a little bit grindy. When I always look at World of War tanks, or World of Tanks, World of Warships, that sort of stuff. To me, that is the best free to play model that you have. Which means it doesn't detract from the game at all if you don't want to play free, but if you want to play completely free. But it just makes your life so much easier if you want to put a little bit of cash into it. And World of Tanks looks good, it runs good, controls are good. But I'm not as invested into that as what I am to this. So maybe if I look closer at it, I'd have problems with it as well. But the reason why I always stop playing all those wargaming games, that's the company that makes those, I believe, is the grind. I always get sort of tired of the grind, and I stop. So because I do play this and have played this for 4 months, maybe that's what's there we go. Maybe it's the grind. It's what's getting me. But it's if I was to invest 4 months into World of Tanks, because I keep saying World of Warships. I played it a whole lot more than I played World of Tanks, but and by a lot more, I mean just only fractionally more. But if I was to invest 4 solid months of basically playing almost every day, like I have this game, then I'd have like a tier 5, tier 6, tier 7 tank without spending a dime. And that's not the case. I'm still fishing in Texas every day. So that would be my only issue. Maybe make it so you can buy a house on a different lake or something. Or when you get a different level, you can just move to a different lake, just so that you do see some sort of progress. Other than just, because they even penalize you on the gear you get. So I've got a decent gear, a different rod, a different reel, because I don't want to pay for durability, but I'm paying for it in experience. But experience isn't our issue; it's money. So I'm going to get off my soapbox and stop ranting about that. I know I've been grumpy about this game since the Florida incident. But it still looks great. It sounds great. It's a great way to spend a little bit of your day if you love fishing and you can't get out to the lake or to the creek or to the river. Real life fishing is still way better than virtual fishing. It's still not fishing unless your thumb's all cut up from holding the inside lip of a largemouth bass all day long. And those of you guys that fish, you know what I'm talking about. Those little cuts on your thumb. I can remember when I was a kid, I'd catch one fish and I'd keep trying to rough my thumb up on his lip because I wanted to show my friends that I was a bass fisherman. That was funny. That was always a good time. That's how our dad would. I don't know. Maybe most people who catch fish don't do that, but that's how our dad would always sort of let us know how well he did. We'd always want to see how cut up or scuffed up his thumb was. I don't know. That's a good fishing memory right there. Right there. It's a good fishing memory. I think we're gonna do one more cast here. I need to bring up the other screen. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything, and I don't think so. But yeah. So let me know if you guys have any comments. Let me know what you guys think of the update. Let me guys know what you think about 0.8.0. Are you going to use the hotkeys? Are you excited for the hotkeys? I am excited about the baits. I think switching baits is important. The rods, I'm not overly impressed with, but maybe since they had the one going, it was easy just to incorporate the other. I would almost rather them switch it so that Z was the rods, because that's the one I'm not going to use as much, and Q was the bait, because that's the one I'm going to use more of. I'm curious what happens if you break a bait. Can you just add a new bait from that? Let's see. Is there anything I want to lose? I can lose an eagle spinner. Okay, let's get this eagle spinner stuck. We're going to break our line. Oh, I only have 134 feet on here. Okay, we'll do it with this one. Oh, I probably can't even break my line on this one. We'll see. We'll see. Come on. Come on. Get stuck. Get stuck. Oh well. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm sure we will break a line at some point. We'll try to remember to try it that way. I don't think so, because what happens when you break a line is it's sort of scripted to change out your pole. Yeah, like your pole goes away. You can't use your pole anymore. It becomes invalid. So I guess what we could do is we could just jump into the menu and actually just take our bait off of it and then see if we can bring it back up and fix it from inside the menu. Yes, let's try that. So we'll reel this one in and then we'll go. But leave me a comment. Tell me what you think of the new update. If you're new to the channel, you're checking it out because you're interested in the update video, then just so you know, we do videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Up to episode 50. We're going to hit 60 here in the next week or two, which is pretty cool. So you can feel free to join the lodge and hit that subscribe button. If you want a desktop notification, you can hit that bell beside that, subscribe something. And if you just like the video, that is hugely helpful for helping other people find videos just like this one. Because, you know, it's nice to be helpful. So, I will say, as I'm doing this, thank you so much for the subscribers for the last few days. Push us over 70 subscribers, which is awesome for us. Oh, wait. Oh, there's no bait on that one. Okay. When we can try that one, we're going to pull this off. Okay. And then we're going to click this and go back into the map, and we'll go back fishing. Here we go. So this is the one rod that we have. So if I click Z, I can change that there. If I click Q, see? Rod slots 1 and 3 have no tackle. So even though 3 has a hook and I just have to change to bait, it still won't let me do it. That's okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, and it's not what it's not. So, let's go ahead and cash out. So, we didn't get much today. I did a lot of yapping, not a lot of fishing. But, hope you guys, 500 bucks. Would have been $750 if we were premium, so another half as much. We're not fixing that. We are getting closer to being able to if we want to, but we're not fixing that. And there you have it. Thank you so much for checking us out, and we'll see you next time. Stop by on Monday to we'll hopefully be getting closer to the river. We're going to go down to North Carolina and fish again. We haven't been there since the first time we did it, which would have been like episode 20 something. So really appreciate you guys stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.